So you're talking about Action Park, also known as Class Action Park, Traction Park, Friction Park, Accident Park. They had a bunch of names for it.
Accident Park?
Yeah, because it was an amusement water ride park, for those people who don't know, located in Vernon, New Jersey here. And it's known for water-based attractions and their seemingly blatant disregard for safety regulations.
Yeah.
The Cannonball Loop.
Yep.
It opened in summer of '85. The padding actually lacerated somebody's back.
Oh.
And they had to get stitches because one of the kids' teeth were stuck in the pad.
Oh. That's like an Amazonian weapon. Yeah, like
Welcome to the false lies, where the conversations rise. Phil, Kyle, Tyler, Paul.
Paul! I still like that. Welcome to Full Slice.
I feel like my name's a little forgotten in the beginning.
It's really squeezed in there.
Yeah.
With Kyle! Kyle, Tyler,
They like
Paul.
cough it out.
Yeah, our AI overlords will have to adapt.
That's really funny. I never noticed that. That's true. It's Full Size Podcast. Thank you for tuning in.
It's an in-breath.
Thank you for listening. We are gearing up. It is finally nearing summertime, guys. I love it. It's finally warm outside. I can't
Or it
believe
is summertime.
It pretty much is.
Summertime.
Are you ready for the summer?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But
Quick question: do you think anybody will remember how like summer used to come up and people used to play like "Summertime" by DJ Jazzy Jeff
Yeah.
and Fresh Prince of
Yeah.
Bel-Air?
Yeah.
Do you think people will still rock that now after the slap?
I always listen to
I don't
Sam
think-
Cooke's "Summertime."
Sure,
Yeah,
but
that's true.
Sam
Yeah.
Cooke's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
But
Sam Cooke's weird.
do you think there's still that
That
much
PJ's
negative
my friend.
stigma around Will Smith even now?
where
I don't
the
think
fuck
so.
has he been?
He
Where
has
has he
something
been?
coming out. He has something coming out. I just
Bad
saw.
Boys for Life.
Why
No,
hasn't
no.
he done Hitch 2?
No, he has something. He has something coming out. I saw.
Men in Black
That was
17.
interesting.
There is. That is
Why
a good.
did it stop?
That's a good song.
I've been revisiting Fresh
YouTube's
Prince.
YouTube's
You
like
got-
hell
yeah.
nah.
Have you guys watched Fresh
Playback.
Prince recently
Or,
or no?
No.
I revisited it. It's pretty good. It holds up.
I've honestly, no jokes. I have watched Hitch like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Fresh Prince holds up. I like it.
Oh, this is what I was gonna say. Will Smith.
We got to talk over top of this.
Wait,
We
no,
don't
he
get
did a
He
video
has a
game?
movie coming out.
Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say he's remaking Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
No.
What?
No way. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh,
Nope.
We'll see.
Who's
I
playing
heard.
John Candy? Tim Dillon?
oh man.
Yeah, that's weird. Isn't
Unless
it?
it's like Cedric the Entertainer.
I wonder who he's doing it with.
I know.
Yeah,
Who
that's.
knows? We'll see.
There's another classic movie that's being remade. Oh, it already came out. It's you ever see Fletch with
Yeah.
Chevy Chase?
Yeah, they remade Fletch.
Yeah, they remade.
Oh,
they
with,
did another thing with John Hamm.
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't watch
Oh.
it, but
I do not like remade classic movies like
He,
that.
he had the same cluelessness to Fletch, but it was still. It wasn't as charming. It
Yeah.
wasn't. It wasn't
Reboots
so
are such a
succinct.
tough topic.
It's Kevin Hart, by the way.
Oh God, that's
Well,
not going to be good.
I don't know.
What for planes?
Yeah.
Like, that's not going to be
That's
good.
better than Will Smith.
It's Will Smith and Kevin Hart.
That's going to
Oh.
suck.
I don't think
Yeah.
that's gonna be good. I
gonna
don't
suck.
No,
see
they
how
don't
that
play
could be
off
good.
each other very well. I don't think.
No, they're both leading role people.
They're going to be fighting for the
Yeah.
spotlight.
yeah, but so is Steve Martin and John Candy.
They were perfect. That was a good movie.
Yeah.
but
I mean, you
I
just-
think they
because
knew
it's two
their
specific places. Yeah, they knew their
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
In
Oh,
the-
my God.
they knew
Yeah, it's
their.
like him and Steve Martin. They're both the
Listen,
lead. But
John
they're also-
Candy doing that monologue where he talks about how he likes being him.
I could do the
Oh
whole
my
thing.
God,
I can do the whole thing.
that was.
I like it.
Yeah, so
Why did they pick
that's gonna be weird, man. I don't know. I
the
don't know how I
worst
feel about
Photoshop
that.
ever?
Well, that
Yeah.
is just like one of those like news header things about the story. But since it is summer and I wanted to start talking about summery type of stuff, I
You wanna
actually
hit me? Go ahead. I'm an easy target.
what you see is what you get.
Yeah.
What was the other thing? What was I saying? What was I saying?
Sorry, man.
Totally derailed me, dude.
I'm sorry.
I mean, the
We were talking
hardest.
about X-Men last episode or whatever episode we were talking about, and Jesus Christ, you have a superpower, Kyle. It's like the derailer, or like
the derailer.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing for summer?
I'm going to Tennessee next week to kick off the summer. 2 weeks. Memorial Day weekend, I'll be in Tennessee for the whole week. Smoky Mountains.
This is a big thing for you.
Yeah, it's my
Yeah.
first travel
Yeah.
series. Yeah. I'm excited about it because I want to help area that every time I go down there, there's cool businesses that are open that I think are really awesome, and then I go back and they're all closed. It's kind of depressing.
That
And
sucks.
I don't think that area of the country gets enough attention. Yeah, sure, we all know about like Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge, but like literally an hour away from those is the nation's largest underground lake that's lit up from the bottom that you take glass bottom boat rides on. It's the coolest shit. in
The
world.
Lost Sea. Very cool.
That's
Wineries
nice.
are there, cool, really good. There's good food in that area, so I'm just gonna go try and help them out, and I hope I do.
But it's going to probably come after you go. This episode's probably going to come out after you go.
Yeah, you're gonna be back, and they're gonna be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
wait,
Oh, sorry, my trip was great.
I'm just saying.
Wait, in which month are you going?
Oh, so actually, I think
I was
this
there.
was.
When are
I
you
mean,
going?
just pick
I
up.
was there.
What else are you doing this summer?
I was there during Memorial Day weekend.
So,
Is that where you're going?
Yeah, Tennessee.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
so I have
All
to
right.
speak in forward thinking because I don't know yet, but I'm pretty sure my summer's spoken for because I'm supposed to
Yeah.
have a baby.
Baby!
soon. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'll be spoken for. But I think
Do you have any?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna let
No,
him
no,
finish.
no, I think at least I'm going to try to get in the pool. That's all I was going to say.
the
Go
pool.
ahead.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Phil.
I think I'm gonna read a book. No.
You're going to write a book?
I did actually just find.
Maybe.
It's stupid. I found like what I wrote a glossary of apparently of a book recently on my Google Drive. I was like, what the fuck is this?
You
Oh.
wrote the glossary first?
Yeah,
Is this-
apparently, like all the terminology that I was going to use.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
You're Tolkien and out.
I guess so. Yeah.
Wow,
You
that's
world
a
build,
cool
You world
idea.
build from the inside out, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, this
Jesus.
summer, so
One up.
I only have one vacation planned, if you will, and that would I kind of have two. I have one vacation planned, and that's to Beach Lake, Pennsylvania, where I'm going with my brother-in-law and sister-in-law.
Okay.
And we're gonna hang out on the Delaware River.
Sweet.
So that'll be fun. That's
Like a
nice-
beachy kind of thing, sand on the shore kind of
the
thing?
Delaware
Is that what it
River.
is?
So it's like kind of like sand, but also the river. So
But
Yeah.
freshwater-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
constantly
Cool.
moving. That'll be fun. And then I have a conference for work in Chicago in June, so I'm excited about that because then I can see some people that I are
Yeah,
friends.
yeah.
Like, not the whole time, obviously, at the work, but like, yeah.
Wait, have any of you guys been to New Hampshire? Christy and I are looking
Yeah.
to go there for
One
the
time.
summertime.
Yeah,
we want
my
to get an Airbnb up there.
my actually, let me know when you're trying to go, because my cousin has an Airbnb in New Hampshire.
Oh, dude, what I will do if they want to not hook us, I don't want anything for free, but I'll
No.
do like a video and like recommend it to other people.
Only OnlyFans.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
know,
what do you got on tap for the summer?
me? I don't know. No, I'm going in late July. I'm going to going up to the Catskills
Sweet.
for a weekend.
It's a good
That's
time to
nice.
go up there.
It's just like
Just something to do, right?
Just like a little weekend getaway.
Good.
My girlfriend's going to be work trips out the ass. So, like, she's going to be in Europe a couple times.
Wow.
You know, out in California, all over the place.
I
So
gotta
it's
say,
like,
nice girl.
Yeah.
Liked her a lot. Met
Yeah.
her in Boston. We had breakfast together.
Yeah.
Very nice girl.
Oh, she came to Boston?
yes.
Yeah. It's funny. so we're going up to Boston. We're leaving Monday. Well, she had to fly up to Boston to do a work meeting, which is basically lunch, and then fly home that night.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Flew
nuts.
to Boston for lunch.
Yeah.
And then
Basically.
left. Wow.
Yeah, she was back by 6 o'clock, I think.
Wow.
Before
Yeah.
us, maybe.
And
She's already home.
What time did we get there? Like 9:30?
Or no, we left at like a
No. I'm saying when we got to the
Oh.
breakfast spot, it was like 9:30.
Yeah, it was like 9:30. We kind of walked a little bit, like we kind of walked that one block there.
Yeah.
And she was like just
She was
getting there.
just
She was,
getting
it
there,
was
yeah.
weird.
That's so
man.
funny.
Yeah.
And then like she was home that night back in bed.
Yeah,
Like,
oh, yeah.
That's nuts.
Did
Yeah.
you notice that like squirrely looking homeless kid that walked
Yes.
in there? That scared me. I thought I was.
You thought something was going to go down. I watched your face.
Did you see what he did though?
No,
he
'cause
just
he
sat
walked
down in
behind
a
me.
corner, a table, like he looked around the brew or the
Venue?
brewery or whatever,
cafe.
cafe to like look around like where he could see everything, and he picked a table and he just like sat there like this. And I was like, this motherfucker needs to leave.
Yeah.
He's probably sitting in the paranoid position.
Well, no, he looked like he was gonna fucking freak out. Like he looked
Yeah.
strung
He
out.
he
like,
did. He looked like he was
gonna
about to
cause some
snap.
trouble.
Oh.
Like there was something not right with that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would have made a good story.
Would have been. We met PJ's girlfriend and some guy ate our face. Great story time.
Bath salts. Bath salts in Boston.
Boston bath salts.
Yeah.
Boston bath salts. Speaking
band
of injuries, one of the topics that I've been itching to talk about on the show here
Yes, you have.
was Action Park,
Oh,
New Jersey
boy.
lore. That is Action Park. I actually had this ready to go like back in the fall, and PJ's like, Paul's like, why don't you just wait till like
Yeah, that was a good call. That was a
to
good
talk
call.
about it.
Good
Like,
call.
Summertime.
Good point. So
Call
I
back.
did. I was
Right.
and I was getting ready, like, what are we going to talk about this time? Oh my God, that's right. I forgot all about Action Park.
Action
And it was
Park.
ready to go, dude.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
love the story. You guys know? Have you watched the documentary on HBO about Action
Yeah.
Park?
Class Action
I've seen
Park.
clips
Class Action
Park.
of
Yeah.
Yep. That was wow, what a wild time.
Yeah.
And like it's funny because like there's a couple people that I know that
there's
actually
footage.
used to go there.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I mean they're older than me, but like
Oh, sure.
That was the
Yeah.
thing. Here's
That
here's a little
You still
commercial.
remember
To,
the lore that was passed.
Oh,
down.
dude, it still
sure.
lives
Oh,
on.
yeah.
Go ahead. Let's
here's a
see
little
it.
commercial to set the tone here a little bit.
Nothing in the world like Action Park, where you're the center of the action.
Whoa,
So 80s.
Little
Yeah.
kids on speedboats.
The luge ride or the
the Alpine Luge.
yeah.
Dude.
That thing is flying.
Yeah.
Dude, go back to those speedboats, bro. Those were fucking booking.
Oh, that wave
pool.
pool.
Yeah, someone drowned in that.
A couple people drowned, I think.
The second one I like the
Because it
second
was-
one better. Wait.
Because it
Go to Action Park. There's no other park like it.
When it's hot out, this is a great place to spend the day with your family. There are lots of big things for little kids to do. I love Action Park because it's so beautiful.
I'm just waiting to see John Casper in one of these.
Yeah. My dad's going to make hot sauce in 20 years. Jump into the water.
No, I'm talking about Big John.
John's walking around seeing if they could do a hot sauce festival there.
These are the most amazing rides in the world. I love it here.
That guy's totally cracked out.
Yeah.
Dude.
So you're talking about Action Park, also known as Class Action Park, Traction Park, Friction Park, Accident Park. They had a bunch of names for it.
Accident Park.
Yeah, because it was an amusement water ride park, for those people who don't know, located in Vernon, New Jersey here. And it's known for water-based attractions and their seemingly blatant disregard for safety
Yeah.
regulations.
Yeah.
Which
is funny.
So in total, the reason we're talking about this is because it claimed 6 lives, 2 of which were only a week apart in 1982.
6?
Yeah.
Hundreds of cuts, contusions, dislocations, concussions, broken bones, collarbones, and fractured femurs.
Yeah.
Yet thousands of people still love to go to this place and looked forward to going almost every year to get their own battle scars.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
Battlescar Galactica.
It was like a
Battle Scar Galactica.
they said it in Class Action Park. They were like it was like a rite of passage. Like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you'd go to school and you didn't have a scar
Dude,
from Class Action Park.
Fucking look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll
Some
go
kid
over the
probably
rides.
didn't go all the way over and
It
came
happened all
back
the time.
down, and someone just fucking caved
So
your
I
head in
have
with their
details
feet.
on that in here, and some really disgusting ones about that
Yeah.
too. So some backstory on how our Action Park came to be. It was back in the 70s. Gene Mulvihill, the guy that ran the place, he was an investor, stocks, bonds in New York, things like that. And somebody came to him one day and said, "I got this place in Vernon. It's a ski resort. You can buy it. You can make some money off of it, whatever." So Gene came home one day and told his kids, "Hey, everybody, Dad bought a ski resort. You're all coming to work with me." So the kids are there working. They're serving alcohol to drunk people. They're helping adults on the ski lift. They're doing whole
You could
family
drink
affair.
here?
Oh yeah.
Whole family
Oh,
affair.
man.
Yeah.
So then once the winter was over, cash stops rolling in. What am I going to do to make some money? So he popped in a couple of water slides and a go-kart track, and he dubbed the new collection of rides Action Park.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So on their grand opening, July 4th, 1978, their festivities of the day included a Dolly Parton lookalike contest and a tobacco spitting contest.
Wow.
In New Jersey, bro.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow, that's straight out of Gatlinburg.
Right?
Yeah.
Tennessee, Dolly, right?
Yeah,
Isn't that what it
yeah,
is?
yeah.
I
That's
thought
what
you were
she-
going to say something
No.
else. You were
Oh,
gonna say
I
something.
was-
Dolly-
I was
Yeah,
agreeing. I was agreeing. I was agreeing.
Right?
Right.
You have
Huh?
you get a-
Right, guys?
What?
Guys, right?
Left.
Maybe that gummy's kicking in.
This guy- yeah. No, Dolly Parton's right. You're right. It's Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge.
So there were a lot of problems with this place, obviously. So before I get into the rides themselves,
that.
What was the first problem?
the staff. The staff was the first problem. You had kids as young as 14 years old running these rides, and as the lifeguards. They had lifeguards. They had a
Yeah.
couple.
A lot of lifeguards.
Inexperienced employees leading to challenges in handling potentially
Big
dangerous
smile.
situations.
Big lifeguards, small lifeguards.
They
big
would
boys.
regularly drink, have sex, fight, party, and ride the rides themselves all night long. In 1984, one of the employees was a 19-year-old who died when he electrocuted himself, drowned while trying to retrieve a lifeboat from a restricted area.
So what got
How do
him
you
first was the electrocution because when
Yeah.
you
Couldn't get
electrocute
out.
you die.
Yeah.
Right.
No, but then he couldn't get out of the
But he-
water.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you're electrocuted, you're dead. You can't get electrocuted and live.
Yeah, electrocuted and drowned.
Yeah,
Yeah.
electrocuted.
Yeah,
That's
you're
why it's
right.
electrocuted because
He got
it's like
shocked
execution.
and drowned.
Is it depending on the voltage or?
Amperage.
Yeah,
Amperage.
that's
Amperage is what kills you.
is the intensity.
amperage is what gets you.
So the next problem was the rides themselves,
Oh, yeah.
of course. So the problem with the rides
come on.
was
Hey, come
the,
on.
the problem with the rides was Gene Mobile Hill's whole philosophy on what an amusement should be. Their slogan, we saw it in the beginning, where you're the center of the action.
Yeah.
He thought that you should be in control of the rides. At Six Flags, when you're on a coaster, whoever's in the front and in the back, you have the same experience.
Holy
right?
shit.
But at Gene's Six Flags, we'll call it.
You're
you
the
controlled
employee.
whether you controlled the speed, you controlled the direction, and you controlled whether you even
You
fucking
control the
stayed
safety.
on the ride or not. You controlled the safety. So where did all of his ideas come from? What?
I know of a summer camp
That he definitely didn't work.
I
at.
didn't work at, where the kids, okay, so they got
So
in
tell
trouble. So the way they got around paying underage kids was they had what was called a junior counselor,
Oh.
where you were a intern, fell under the guides of an intern volunteer, and you were guaranteed a certain amount of tips at the end of the year. So that's what you were working towards, and it was 100% illegal. They had kids in charge of kids,
Nice.
and it was
Very
a camp
good.
that I did not work at.
So speaking of blind leading the blind,
Shit.
for the other problem, the other problem with the rides was
As long as you're
where
not-
the ideas came from. Anybody.
Willy
they came
Wonka?
from anywhere. If you had an idea,
Tiny
that was
Toons?
enough. Get to work. So like he would hire you just if you had the notion of what might be a good idea for a ride at some point. So he even took down like he would write an idea on a napkin and hand it off to the fabricating company and make this. And that's how this one came to be, the Cannonball Loop.
Yep.
So videos on our YouTube channel if you want to watch this part, because there are pictures that are very important to go along with this. If you have not seen these before, it's legendary all across the
You
United
would get
States.
stuck in the
Do you
bottom.
have the longevity of this ride? Do you
Yes.
know how long?
Yes, I do. So it opened in summer of '85 when they were gearing up to launch a whole bunch of new rides. I think this was
Gandalf's
one of them.
pipe.
So they tested it by chucking some straw stuffed dummies down there to see how it would go.
Yeah.
Some came out without their heads and arms and things like that. But eventually a couple made it down routinely all in one piece. So they're like, all right,
Very good.
let's up the ante to some real people. So they started throwing some employees down there for a crisp $100 bill each
Whoa.
to test.
Whoa.
So after
What?
testing, despite a bunch of head injuries, serious scrapes, a few lost teeth, they decided it was good to go.
Wow.
I have
So-
anxiety thinking about being trapped in there because how would you get out?
You
Exactly.
just cl-
So
Oh,
one of the
yeah.
once the public
Yeah.
got a hold of it, the problems got much worse. Obviously, riders got stuck at the top of the loop so often that they had to build a hatch at the top to rescue people.
At
So,
the top, I
at
would
the
say, what
top.
about at the bottom if you didn't go all the way around the
Yeah.
circle?
How fast would you be going, though? I mean, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
You know, that's
Yeah,
the thing.
you
That
would
wouldn't
probably
that
get
wouldn't
to the-
happen.
Yeah, it's
You'd
3
probably get
stories.
to-
So it's like 60 feet.
Yeah, it's 3 stories.
You'd
Is it
probably-
wetter or water in there?
No.
Yeah. There's
Oh,
water.
is there water?
Yeah, there
okay.
has to be water in there.
You need
yeah.
lube.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
not getting stuck then in the
No,
bottom.
but at that top, and then if you decide to move over a little bit and then you fall,
You're going all the way down.
So-
if you don't ride the outside ring the whole way,
Yeah.
You're
Yes.
flopping that last
so
quarter.
because of that, they also put padding in the whole thing. Go
That's
ahead,
good.
Phil. What were you gonna say?
I was saying, like, Kyle, you might be right because if the water pools there, that's a
You're gonna
stop. A
drown.
stop.
Stop you.
Well, no, yeah, that's friction. It's going to stop all energy.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
How would that? Yeah, how would water come out the other
If
side?
it doesn't-
There's no way
Yeah.
that worked on every person that went down.
No,
Unless
you're right.
every patient.
They would have to have drainage at the bottom to
They'd
let
have to.
excess water out.
Yeah,
So
you're
then-
right.
yeah, because that
Garden
So they did
mine
have-
24/7.
They did have padding in this too, because of course you're flying through this thing. Your kids banging your head all over the place. They actually would lose their teeth regularly.
But how do you pad, right? Because if you're supposed to be going around the thing,
Maybe the padding is on the part you're not supposed
probably
to be
the
on
top where it's
inside.
just like-
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
Then how would you like the friction? Boom, boom,
Oh, I just got a headache from that.
So how about
That's what I'm
this?
saying.
The padding actually lacerated somebody's back.
Oh.
And they had to get stitches because one of the kids' teeth were stuck in the padding.
Oh. That's like an Amazonian weapon. Yeah.
So
Oh
it
my
opened in
God.
summer of '85. It was open for 1 month.
That's it.
1 month.
Wow.
This episode of the Full Slice Podcast is brought to you by Standout Stickers. I use Standout Stickers for everything. My hot sauce labels, our branding for the podcast, my cast iron Kyle stickers. You can put them on a stainless steel cup and put them through the dishwasher. They stand up to weather. They stand up. They don't fade. Every other sticker I've tried is either faded or gone within a year. You can put it on your car and it'll look the same next year. They're a great small business. StandoutStickers.com. Check them out. Tell them Full Slice Podcast sent you.
Stand out, damn it.
Yeah. We were in the hospital. Something happened to somebody. We were in the
R.I.P.
hospital.
Cannonball Loop.
And a kid I went to school with came in to the hospital bleeding from the head, and his brother came in bleeding from the mouth. They got a trampoline on Christmas Eve, and the one brother jumped as the other brother was coming down.
Yeah.
His
I've heard of
tooth
that.
was stuck in the other kid brother's head.
I've done that to someone else.
I've heard of that happening.
You did that?
I'll go next. Yeah.
Kids jumping on parents' beds.
Yeah.
Like I've heard that.
Dad
Like,
did that.
My dad bit his tongue off.
yeah. Well, no. Like I remember a kid that like fucking basically
Whoa.
lost his tooth in his brother's head
Oh
from
my
jumping on the bed.
God.
Yeah,
What's
it
your
happens.
story, Phil?
You know when those WWF Bash Brawler the stuffed animals came
Yeah,
out?
the
and they made a
wrestling
noise?
buddies.
Yeah, they made a
Yeah.
noise.
Oh, yeah.
So me and my buddy Pete got him, and he had a trampoline, and we were fighting him. And then like
Always trampoline.
we would like throw him back, and then there was a thing that we made up, which might be a thing called Bronco kick, where you just get on your legs and you just do a back kick.
Yeah.
Oh, that,
And
I know what you mean.
I did a back kick. His teeth went right through his bottom lips. Yeah, you could see it. It was just like, vroom, just
Jesus
like just shooting out through that.
How quickly did you have to go home?
We're going to have to
My mom
interject.
picked me up pretty quickly after that.
We're going to have to interject with these stories throughout. I
That's
like
yeah.
doing
I like
this
sprinkling
motion.
in.
Yeah.
So the next ride on here, actually, do I have any more of the loop? Yeah, it's the same thing.
That's the Cannonball Loop
Damage.
That's the Cannonball Loop.
right there.
Yeah, that's a
That
different
looks like a
angle of
totally
it.
different one.
It does.
Yeah.
You know what it is? I'm sorry. They tried to remake it at one point.
Okay.
This is the new version.
That was the new version because look,
Yeah.
Kyle, they put the hatch at the bottom.
Yep. See, that's where it needs to be.
There is
Smart.
a hatch opening right there.
And that tube,
Kyle's
it's a little
paranoia hatch.
tighter.
It is.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
Kyle's.
yeah,
That's
you're
my
right.
that's my cocoon right there. I have to come out of that motherfucker. I'm not.
So the
That's
next
gotta feel so
scary,
God,
man.
yeah.
Disorienting. No, I couldn't do that.
Have you ever
shit
gone
now.
on one of those? Like it was like where you ride the raft and
Yeah.
you're going around and it's like,
Yeah.
big giant- those
So
are fun.
disorienting.
It's
though.
so much
I've done
fun.
the corkscrew ones with
yeah, but
mom
never
when
like.
you're
I don't
doing
think they
this.
have
Yeah.
this anywhere.
Yeah.
I didn't like the water park though. I felt like I wasn't in control of anything.
They're
and I didn't
always
like
down
that.
south.
You sight boys in your controller.
I went on
shoes.
a water slide. First time I ever went into.
I would have loved Action Park apparently because I'm in control of the
Yeah.
action.
First time.
You.
What's it called? Hurricane Harbor is the one.
Yeah, the one
okay.
in-
Yeah, yeah.
First time I ever went there,
What,
they
in
said to cross
Florida?
your legs when you go down the big
Six Flags.
slides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know why that is?
Yeah, so then shoot up your asshole.
That
It's a true thing, though.
yeah, but also your legs. I went down the slide. And I'm like, I'm not crossing my legs. Fuck that. Then the next day, I'm like sleeping in my bed, and my mom put laundry away. She goes, "Did you shave your legs?" I'm like, "No." She goes, "The hell did you do? Did you guys like get drunk or something and skin your?" The whole left and right side of my legs had no hair
'Cause
on
the
them.
water pressure?
Yeah, the water,
Wow.
those slides, it just shaved all the hair off.
Wow.
Oh my
So I
God.
guess by crossing your legs,
I
you
don't like
create
water
those
parks.
channels where
Correct.
it kind
It
of like
was-
dissipates.
Oh,
So
yeah.
this one's not water. This is the Alpine slide.
Oh, I love.
You go upside down with that thing?
No, you don't go upside down.
Okay,
No, no.
okay.
No,
concrete
think about
circle.
it. It's bobsledding in a cart.
Yeah, so-
and you have a joystick that you push down to go
brake.
faster, and you pull back
Yeah.
for a
Break. So imagine a
braking.
huge slide, but with concrete and fiberglass.
They have these
You'd
in,
hop
like,
on
the
a
Alps.
plastic sled on
Holy
wheels
shit,
and zoom
dude.
through the park's valleys and hills. And the
Yeah.
only thing between you and tragedy was that tiny little break,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But they
And,
have these
uh,
in Nordic countries, but they're on like railroads.
The problem is that break would almost never work.
Yeah.
See, when I did
Nordic
this,
countries.
I did this out in Colorado.
Sure.
When I went out.
Yeah.
And I was 13
but it's a
years
rail
old.
system, isn't it?
No,
Oh,
it's just like this.
Oh, really?
It's a slide with a
And
little cart in it.
It
Yeah.
is
I would love to see a little kid eat
fucking
shit on that.
awesome.
I bet.
I bet
It
it's
is
great.
awesome. But yeah, if you
You
don't
can see
have,
how it's dangerous.
you know, being 13 years old, that's when I'm like in like BMX and everything. So it's like because you're what part of your brain isn't developed,
Frontal.
and
Your
you're
frontal
like
cortex.
okay, cool, danger, yes, let's go,
Yeah.
right?
that was
So
part-
and I was on the fucking joystick speeding the
Yeah.
entire time, and there was like maybe one or two times where I was like, I'm gonna slow it down here.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
So actually, the problem with this is you always had that the brake wouldn't always work when you'd use the brake. So here's one with a good brake. Here's one with a stuck brake.
So it
Here's
could-
one
it
with no
could
brake.
pile up.
Yeah. So you would have people randomly bang into the back of each
Yeah.
other. And
Yeah.
smash
I mean, you
each
could
other.
eat, but also you can easily just fly off the
Yeah, you could
track.
also just disregard using
Yeah.
the brake at all. You
Yeah.
could do whatever you want. So this ride actually led to the first death at Action Park. It was a
God.
19-year-old. He was thrown from the sled, rolled
Oh,
down a
there you go.
hill,
Broke
and
his neck.
smashed his head on a rock.
Okay.
Yeah. So throughout all its history, the ride racked
Holy.
up 1 death, 14 fractures, and 26 head injuries.
14 fractures.
Yes.
One
Yeah.
would shut down the fucking anything at Great Adventure.
So that's the Alpine Slide. That's a horrible picture.
Let us
Yeah,
not
that's
forget a kid got eaten
Look
by
at
an
how loopy
alligator
that
at
shit
Disney.
is, though. Look at that.
That looks fun though.
It looks really fun.
Dude, I'm telling you, if you have an opportunity to go do an alpine slide,
Yeah.
go do it.
I
we
will.
did we did an
It's so
Alpine
much-
coaster in
yeah.
Tennessee last year.
Yeah, but that was more on a rail. That was like
was a
roller
rail.
coaster. It was like
Yeah.
a roller coaster, but with gravity.
I did a South American zip lining. That was fun.
That was fun.
Yeah.
I called
You
when
were
we
there?
we did that in in Tennessee.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's the same. So
No.
Wait, you were there?
The way you responded, I was like, huh.
I called there. One of my most embarrassing phone conversations in my life. I called and I said, what's the weight limit for the zip lining? Because somebody told me that they went and they weren't allowed to go. And the lady's like, well, it's about 250. I'm like, is that with clothes or without clothes? I'm like, stupid idiot. Why would you ask that? She's like,
'Cause
you're not
it's
going to
funny.
be zip lining through the Smokies naked, son. I'm like, fuck.
True. PJ, can you read what the rules are for riding
yes.
the Alpine Slide?
If you don't sign the release form, you cannot ride the Alpine Slide. Parents must sign for their kids. No racing on the Alpine Slide. Also, you must be at least 6 years old to ride the slide. There is no double riding the Alpine Slide. No refunds.
6 years
Holy shit.
You must be at least. Oh my
6.
God! How old is your nephew?
Oh, he's
Four.
four.
2 years later,
He's 2
Joey could
years
go down
away,
the
and
Alpine
he
slide.
could go on the Alpine slide by himself.
way.
Holy
No
shit.
way. I thought that
This
was
is
just
86.
82,
Yeah.
84.
Yeah.
Yeah.
throughout
Holy shit. There's got to be, how did they get by all the licensing? Like, there's got to be.
There's ways. There's things.
You know, I gotta find them. I have some old comic books from the '80s that have ads for Action Park.
Oh,
in them.
really?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's so
that's
sick.
Had I remember about it, I would have had to go
Oh,
through
that's so
them.
sick.
I would love
Yeah.
to
Maybe
see
we can
that.
do like stories or something like that.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah.
Look
So
at that
this
Action
next one
Park.
here is called
Whoa.
the tidal wave
Oh,
pool.
God.
Also known as the grave pool.
You've heard
the
about
grave
this?
pool. Yep.
So if you don't know what a wave pool is, it's just essentially an in-ground pool with machines that agitate the water to simulate ocean waves, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, Action Park was one of the first people to do this, but they didn't do it right because they used fresh water. And you're supposed to use salt water for this because you're less buoyant
Buoyancy.
or
Yeah.
more buoyant in
Yeah.
salt water. So literally, these folks would jump in here
And drown.
and they would encounter waves unlike the waves they last encountered on the beach.
Yes.
So
Oh,
they would
no.
regularly sink or they would have to work way harder to stay
Yeah.
afloat. So as a result, you had no steps, you just had these tiny little ladders on the side of the pool.
Well, it was also at the same time it
Slope?
was a slope.
Yeah, it went deeper, like
you
a
could-
pool.
So
Yeah.
you could walk out of it.
Yeah.
Oh, because it was more
Because it was
agitated by
It was
the
kind of
back.
think of it as like a one of those paint trays when you're gonna paint like your
Yeah.
walls.
Yeah.
It's basically like a paint tray that you walk in.
It sounds like the back of the area was where everything was generated.
Yeah.
That's why it was deeper.
Yes.
Would it
Yeah.
like push it
No
like a
ropes.
wall?
Yes.
No stairs.
So essentially, what it is it's these big flaps that
Like
sit in the water,
louvers.
Wow.
and they go like this, and then it pushes it underneath the wall, so it comes up from underneath. This is actually, instead of being like a wave pool, this is like a tsunami pool.
Yeah. Yeah,
like
'cause
this is a
it's-
tidal wave
Yeah.
pool because of the fresh water.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
that's the problem. The fresh water, people would get so exhausted that they would cling onto these tiny little ladders and people would be fighting for anywhere to relax
Yes.
for a second, to catch their breath. So throughout its history, this ride claimed 3 lives. Yep. 3 drownings.
Drownings.
Yep.
At
So we
this-
Did you ever
got
save
4
anyone
now.
from drowning?
We got a loop-de-loo. Did the loop-de-loo kill it?
No.
No.
The cat, no. So we're still
No,
at 3.
just
Just
the
the Alpine slide?
Alpine slide and 3. So we're up to 4,
Yeah.
right? So that's this one. Oh, this is just another view of it
Yeah.
again.
Oh
There's-
my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that swell up in the top.
Look at that!
Like right over
Right
there.
there.
Like if you look at that
Oh
swell,
my God.
like that could honestly even pop a kid
Well,
out of the pool.
That's an addition of like 2 or 3 feet of water.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
It's like
look how
up to
big
the
that
edge
difference
of
is.
the pool.
Yeah.
So
Look at the deficit though, where the low point. Whoa, well, that's a clear picture.
That
When
is
did
a
this
pretty-
close down?
this
This picture might.
This is a film scan.
That's
You
a
can
film
tell.
scan, but at the same time,
What's that mean?
this might also actually. Nah, maybe not, because they did reopen Action Park last year or 2 years ago.
Right, but it's not. They wouldn't be wearing a watch.
So I'm going to talk about how tiny
guess
that
you're
guy's
right.
nipples are.
And well, it was rebranded. They got rid of the Action Park name though. when
Oh, did they?
that. Yeah.
I thought they for nostalgia they kept it.
Oh, maybe.
Look how little that guy's nipples are.
It's fucking cold in there.
They look like erasers.
I should be screen recording this. So
You know they're.
Phil said, "We're not going to talk about how small that guy's nipples are."
Yeah, he's really into it.
you really is.
I mean, look how cold it is. Look at that guy's
Yeah,
neck.
it's true.
He is
Oh, yeah.
tensing up.
It is tense.
Yeah, it must be cold.
Oh shit! What is this?
Jesus Christ.
This is the Tarzan swing.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That
Hard to see.
water.
There are not many photos of this one. I,
I
couldn't
heard
find
this.
that many.
I heard this pool was so cold.
So there was a steel arch that spanned over across this huge pool, and they had 20-foot ropes on it that would suspend you
Oh
20
my
feet above
God.
the water.
yes.
And
Falling 20 feet hurts.
If you don't, yeah.
the pool was spring
If you
fed.
don't
If you
fall.
don't land right,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
the pool
right.
was spring water fed, so it was very, very cold.
Oh,
Very cold.
shit.
Yeah.
Shockingly cold that people weren't expecting it, so people would regularly have to be rescued from this pool because they couldn't move. They
In
were so
fucking
cold.
Vernon, New Jersey,
And,
spring water. Jesus Christ, was probably frigid.
This one did claim a life because the cold water caused a heart attack.
That'll
Wow.
do it. There you
Did you
go.
guys ever jump off of roof swings like big
Oh,
ones?
I used to like.
I
see-
used to say I got fucking.
There's another picture. There's a good picture. You see the arch there.
I myrtleized myself on
There's
it.
the arch. Yep, there it is.
Ooh, look at this. Oh
Boom,
my
right
God.
into it like that.
There used to be
That's-
one in Raritan, like way up by like Bridgewater, kind of
I did it on the Delaware.
train tracks. Yeah, there's one. There was one on. There was a bunch on the Delaware.
I ate shit.
Oh.
We built one at the lake one time, and one of the guys, I think it was either Chris or Andy, got knocked out. I don't think it was Chris. Chris got knocked out way too much. Andy got knocked out or something like that, and one of the old people in our neighborhood called the cops. I remember the cops coming in, like cutting down our rope swing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we just put it over over dirt rather than over the water.
Yeah.
So like, what's the point? You just swing out and then come back, and somebody got really fucked up.
we did one in Sedona and then one in Lake George. Just like jumped
Rope
off.
swing?
No,
There's
just
one in
jump-
Lake
just
George?
cliff
Just
jump.
jumped off cliff?
Yeah.
I've
That's
never
cool.
done that. I've always wanted to. I've done the rope swing thing,
Kid
but
that I went to
Tallest
high
one we
school
did
with.
50. That's the tallest. Yeah.
that's pretty tall still though.
It's-
Yeah,
but it's deep enough water. You're
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Kid, you went to high school with?
A kid I went to high school with. He was when we were in high school. He was the 3-time state diving champion.
Oh,
And went to college for it, and he actually became a professional Red Bull cliff diver.
no way!
Glad I
Yeah.
thought this story was going to end bad.
No,
Me too. Phil put dark mode on.
I'm like clenched. I'm like, no.
He dove in the shallow end accidentally or
yeah.
something.
he,
right?
and
Good.
he'd travel
That's
all
cool.
over the world,
Man.
like Buenos Aires, like all these like crazy cliffs and everything. And we'd jump
Wow.
off all these cliffs, and he did a stint too where he was doing diving shows on cruise ships and shit.
Whoa,
Yeah.
That's
It was like
cool.
Greg
Yeah.
Louganis.
Casa Bonita. By the way down. This next ride here, I don't have a picture for, but it's called the Kayak Experience.
Yep.
So there, it was 20 kayaks along a 1,000 feet long little artificial rapids. I guess it was agitated by giant underwater electrical fans.
Oh no.
One ride goer flipped out of the kayak, a common occurrence in the attraction. While he was in the water trying to get back onto his kayak,
like explode.
one of these underwater fans short-circuited and electrocuted him.
Does it have like an exposed wire or something?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
went into cardiac arrest and died shortly after.
Oh, Lord.
So it wasn't the electricity, it wasn't drowning in the water. It was the heart attack.
Yeah,
wow.
again, the incident led to a permanent closure of the kayak experience, though the park would never take responsibility for the death itself because heart attack, and claimed they closed it because it would be uncomfortable for the other patrons. So that's what they did with that.
Can we?
Yeah.
Sorry, Matterhorn. What?
Whatever it was, the slides in the pool, they didn't shut that down.
No.
So the lifeguards, I mentioned it before, I forgot. they had a team of 12 lifeguards total. As young as 14 years old, they also routinely pulled double
good.
duty and ran the rides as well, while they were trying to lifeguard.
Good for
And
them.
so good luck finding one strong enough, skilled enough, or just plain old not
Could
busy
you
enough
imagine
to save your
being-
life.
when you were 14 years old,
In
trying
charge of anything.
to pull a 200-pound man out of a pool?
Yeah, like a
You
fat
probably-
Etna
but
or
it's
something.
not just a pool. There's constant waves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like,
Or ice cold spring water.
like you will
Yeah.
drown trying to save
Yeah,
somebody.
a 9-year-old kid fighting a saltless ocean trying to pull a fat fuck from Bridgewater out of the fucking. Oh my god!
So,
Insane.
so the responsible adult on us is asking, how the fuck does a place like this get insurance? Probably,
Yeah.
right?
I've thought of it the whole
who
time.
insured
I
them?
was thinking that they don't even have insurance.
Yeah.
They made up their own insurance company in the Cayman Islands.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
That's what they did.
oh, that's right.
No
that
way.
was in the
In
documentary.
order to insure themselves,
Yeah.
they set up their own insurance company in the Grand Cayman Islands and insured themselves. And they also bought their own ambulances because there was such an influx of patients at the local hospital that it was taking up
Action
the
Park
ambulance time to
ambulance?
actually serve the community
Yep.
that the hospital was in.
Yep.
So they had to buy ambulances just for Action Park. So, all in all, 6 deaths, 2 of which were a week apart, like I mentioned. All the cuts, contusions, thousands of people. We almost went as well one time,
Yep.
but we didn't. And then part of the park reopened in. It closed in. When did it close? Did I say when it closed?
1990 something, I think.
Yeah.
I knew
Shoot.
people that went there, like a lot of people, like a lot of, they were a lot older people, but I don't really recall hearing much about the deaths until we really started breaking it down on the podcast. You said you had some older friends that had been there?
1996 it
Yeah.
closed. Sorry,
Yeah.
it closed in 1996 and
But if
then reopened in 1998 under the name.
You know where I also remember seeing a lot of like the little brochures were in like when you go to like the restaurants and they have all the like the things to do
brochure
in
thing
New
on the
Jersey.
mount,
yeah,
on the wall.
yeah.
Or on the menus.
and I
too.
remember seeing, yeah, and I'd see Action Park all over the place, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I want to go there.
Yeah. It all looks fun.
Yeah.
So in 1998,
1999.
it reopened as Mountain Creek Water Park.
Okay, but what about 2021?
I think it renamed itself to Action Park again to try
Yeah.
to reopen it. I think
Yeah.
I think Gene's son tried to open it
Was
up
it?
again. I don't know if it's still
Look it up.
around.
I honestly, you know what? I have an idea. I think they need to do like another Friday the 13th movie
At
at Action Park.
that'd be fun.
I think that would be kind of cool because I mean, Crystal Lake is.
Oh, this was 9 years ago, so who knows how well this is? But
Anna Gilligan is there this morning. Hello,
that's
Anna.
9 years ago.
it was 9 years ago. It
Hi
reopened.
guys, yeah, I think you're seeing some guys jump off the Tarzan jump here at Action Park. It's been closed since 1996. They reopened it on June 14th. I'm here with the owner, Andrew Mulhaville. He's also the son of the man who founded it. Thanks for
Yeah.
being here.
It's great to be here. Thanks for coming
He
out.
looks
What
like
day
a
we
shady
have. It's
fucking
beautiful
guy.
here at Action Park.
So actually,
They did
before we
rename
get
it.
into our
Yeah, you
interview,
wear
if I could
white
ask
linen
the
like
people
that?
waiting
No,
to
but-
just keep
I know on the
Coming-
heels of the documentary coming out, I'm pretty sure.
They said that, didn't they?
Yeah, well, no, it wasn't in the documentary, but I remember there was an article within the last couple of years
About it being open.
about it being open.
and jumping off the Tarzan here. So tell me, what is different about Action Park this time around? You've got some old school things like this, but what
Oh, no
else
one's
have you
dead.
got?
Well, we've brought the action back. Yeah, we've got rides where you control the action, but we have a new ride that's unbelievable, the Zero G. Double loop, and the way you start is the floor drops out and you drop 100 feet into the ride. It's unbelievable.
So I gotta ask
I
you,
have a
Why is the
statistic
water
right
so
here that
clear?
is shocking me right now.
What is it?
How many people do you think died at Six Flags Great Adventure in New Jersey?
Now when did Six Flags open?
From
70s?
from when to when?
1974 to now.
74, 84,
I'm gonna
94,
say
2004.
25.
It's 40 years, so
40 years.
48
If it's one a
years.
year.
Wait, 40? No, it's 40 years.
And you're shocked by it.
No, or is it 50 years?
I'm a little shocked.
You said 74, so it's 50 years.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm going with 142.
142.
Whoa.
No.
Whoa.
God, there's only been 13.
I was gonna say 12.
No.
I want more.
That's so weird.
Give
Okay,
me more.
listen to what they
You
are.
ruined
though.
it. I was gonna guess.
I'm sorry.
Jerk.
I have the what happened.
What
The
happened?
first death. It says the ride, the date, and the cause of death. It says
Okay.
the Sky Ride, August 6th. Sky Ride, August 16th. Thanks, Dad. August 16th, 1977. Cause of death: crushing. While attempting to repair a mechanism on the Sky Ride, a mechanic was killed by a defective part revolving. The victim lost his footing and was caught in a drive wheel.
Oh my god.
Rolling Thunder.
Rolling Thunder. Oh yeah,
the wooden one.
That's a fun ride now.
The 20-year-old employee was on a routine test of Rolling Thunder and fell out of it.
Yeah,
Ride was found to be performing normally.
You know how many times like I'd ride that ride and like the car would come off the track?
Really?
Now there was a safety that would
bumpy.
keep it.
Yeah.
I swear to God, you'd have to go to the chiropractor or something to get reset after that.
Holy shit, this one, Rolling Thunder, choking. A person threw up, but because they were upside down when they threw up, they asphyxiated and died.
Oh my God! On their own throw up.
This was
How
the
did they get
second-
upside down?
That's like
Well, on a
final.
ride,
That's
they were
final
returning.
destination. That's definitely final.
While on a
destination.
ride, they were in a loop or
Yeah,
something.
but he said
Yeah.
Rolling Thunder. I'm like, Rolling Thunder.
No,
doesn't do
Rolling
any
Thunder
loops.
doesn't. It was like a turn or something where it like caused it to come up. Haunted Castle, 1984, asphyxiation, smoke inhalation. Lawsuit, sued
What's-
for aggravated manslaughter, found not guilty. Situation, the Haunted Castle caught fire when a teenage boy used a cigarette lighter to help him navigate the maze.
Ah, see, there you go.
Eight teenage visitors were killed.
Holy shit!
Wow, so out of your 13 deaths,
8
there
of
was
them were
8
in
in that
one
one
time.
incident.
So
And
outside of that
fire,
one
too.
incident, only 5 in 50 years. It's
That's-
a pretty low number.
That's
Damn,
actually
one person was ran over by a
decent.
fork truck.
one every decade.
Does that count?
Yeah.
Lightning
That's not
loops.
terrible,
A
right?
19-year-old fell out of lightning loops when the coaster launched off before park operators checked that they were restrained.
Oh no, that's
shit,
horrifying.
that's really
You just get
Yeah.
launched out of the seat in
2017 that happened.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was me.
I am a ghost.
I am
Plot
here.
twist.
Wow. All right, guys.
Yes, give me some of that. You just cracked that bottle open at White House. I want to put that on a cracker. That's my favorite.
This is the table sauce.
Yes,
And
dude.
I-
We got to say thank you to these guys. They've helped us out a lot with the podcast. This is White House Station Sauce Co.
If anybody ever told me Tyler was going to have a Carolina Reaper version of anything, I would have laughed in your face. But he's about to try it right now
Yes,
for the first
oh,
time.
Ranch dressing is too spicy for Tyler.
Yeah.
It is. This is. Oh, I don't know.
This is going to be okay for him, I think. I guarantee you're going to like it. It's
Yeah.
sweet. You're a sweet sauce kind of guy.
It's good on seafood.
I've replaced ketchup in my house with table sauce.
John's been super supportive to the Full Slice Podcast, White House Sauce Company, njsauce.com. Thank you for sponsoring this episode of the Full Slice Podcast. What did you think of that table
That
sauce?
was great, dude. I can slam a whole bottle of that stuff. Go to whitehousesauce.com to get yourself one of these right now.
You could do that, but you can also go to njsauceco.com.
It's the same. It's the same website. I don't know why he's got 2 websites that take you to the same place.
njsauceco.com. You also were a big fan of the white peach habanero, and Phil likes the savory sauce.
The sweet,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
sweet
Big
and
fan.
savory
Big
mixing
fan.
together, man. That's my favorite
Yeah.
one right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Scientists, absolute
spicy.
geniuses.
Yeah, he's a very talented chef.
If you guys want to check out White House Station Sauce Company, you can go to njsauce.com. They actually have a 3-bottle sauce pack you can get for $27.99. If you mention Full Slice Podcast, they'll probably be happy.
All right. Thank you, White House Station. Yeah.
Thank you, White House Station.
You want to redo that last
Yeah, I do.
We're
Yeah.
good. We're good. We'll take it. Yeah.
I miss Six Flags.
That's a good.
I haven't
Dude, we
been
did
there
the
forever.
safari last
Yeah.
year. We did the safari.
Do you guys all like
R.I.P. Safari.
coasters? Coasters?
I can't. I don't know
Coasters,
about
yeah.
now.
Getting
I
them
feel
out
like
in
as I'm getting
order.
older, I can handle motion less and less.
equilibrium-
No,
all fucked.
I love coasters.
I liked
less
it.
tolerant.
I can
I'll
enjoy
say.
them,
Less
but
tolerant.
I hate the fucking lines.
I can't
Yeah,
deal
that's
with
the
people.
worst.
And I kind of hate people too.
I like Congo Rapids. That one was fun.
Congo
Let's see
Rapids
if we
is
can do a promotion with Six Flags. Hey, Six Flags.
Nitro.
Hey, just after we
Nitro's
fired off all
such
your
a fun-
deaths.
El Toro.
Oh, we did do
Yeah,
that.
El Toro's
wait.
great.
Yeah.
No, wait.
El Toro's the wooden
Sponsor
one.
us.
Yeah,
Hey,
but
we'll
El
die.
Toro, didn't they just have a death?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll look.
Something. There was something that happened with
Not
El
Six
Toro.
Flags, the best place that was. What?
El
In
Toro,
Jackson.
like, it ejected somebody?
In 2022, 13 were injured in El Toro
That's
coaster
right.
incident. That's what it
Yeah.
was. There were 13 injured. Let me see what
Yeah.
the thing was. Witness heard a loud bang and saw jolting from the El Toro coaster as it was in operation. Just multiple injuries. So
Yeah.
it was just jerking. The cart was just jerking.
Because
It
I
was
just
like it
remember
was
that
a stunt or something.
because I was like, because they were talking about getting rid of El Toro or something, and I'm like, I remember when that opened. I went when it was like it's the first
Yeah. Holy
season,
shit.
and it was great.
That was a good-
According
it
to
was a good ride.
Google, what is the #1 scariest roller coaster in the world? King Dakar.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's the tallest.
Because it's
It's
the
the
tallest.
tallest. That's
Yeah.
all.
You can see the New York skyline from it.
Yeah, you can. That's
Yeah.
right.
If you can train your eyes quick enough, because once you're up there, you don't get much time. Before
No, I never went on it. I never went
Oh,
on it. I don't
dude.
want
Oh,
to.
it's fun.
Dude,
Yeah?
it's fun,
Yeah.
but it is fucking terrifying.
Yeah, I bet it
It's
is.
a good time.
Because
there's
there's
the other-
been there a long time now, so it's like I remember when that first
Well,
came
now
out,
they
it
got-
wasn't. They weren't able to get it up
Oh,
all the way.
I was-
Remember that? People
Now
were
they
always-
got the drop. underneath the loop. They got one of those things
really?
that take you all the way up, and then they fucking drop you.
Oh my god!
Wow, dude.
I was
in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Might as well use the tower right while you got it, right?
When it first came out, I was one of the assholes that got all the way to the front and it shut down. Right.
Keep going.
I was one.
I don't know.
You can't talk.
Such an
How did
interaction.
how did
happened?
the microphone catch that?
I'm not sure what's happening.
It wasn't even that. It was like
Holy
the
shit,
Stockholm syndrome look on your face of like you were under duress. Like, keep talking.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, like you were the father in Inglorious Bastards across the table from fucking Christoph Waltz. That's the same. Like, what was the question?
I don't know.
You were one of the little assholes. King Dakar, you were one of the assholes that got all the
Oh, in the front.
Yeah, it shut down right before I was about to get on the
Yeah.
ride, and I had to wait like 30 minutes.
Yeah, it would routinely not make it up to the top, and they would have to close it for a while,
They used
right?
to put these giant sandbag, to get the weight, in there, and then they would send it up, and until they got it up and over, because sometimes they would get stuck up there.
Some girl lost her feet at Six Flags in Kentucky one time.
Oh Jesus!
She lost her feet on a roller coaster. There was like a wire or something hanging, and she just caught. I feel like any amusement park or anything like this, there's just an inevitable risk factor built in where like something's going to happen.
More at carnivals.
I'll tell you what though, since I learned how to weld and I went to welding school, there's a certain amount of these rides I look at. I'm like, get out of the line. We're not going on.
Yeah,
that.
but the carnival ones where they assemble them on site though.
Oh, did you see how many news stories you see every year of
Oh.
like
Yeah.
certain rides like
Falling
falling apart
apart
and
and-
like
yeah, some
like, what's that
some
one-
alcoholic dude from Mississippi's running it.
Gravitron?
You know what I'm talking about? It's like
Roll
it's like a hook on a
Yep.
hinge.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
And then the whole hook
like a
part
pendulum.
just got launched and fell
Yeah.
right
Yep.
off. Are you kidding me?
I've seen the Gravitron get all screwy.
yeah.
What's
Really?
The chair that does this.
No, it's the thing that spins this way. You get sucked to
Yeah.
the sucked
Oh,
to
yeah.
the wall.
And then
Yeah, the
the
spaceship one.
What was
Yeah.
it? The zipper. See, I love that one.
The
That one's my
zipper's
favorite.
nuts.
oh, I
zipper-
love the Gravitron, but I've seen horror
Yeah.
stories.
Yeah, the
of it.
Gravitron, I love that one too.
Yeah.
That's so fun.
Me
I'd
too.
love trying to like when you're in there with all your friends and like you try to like take something and throw it to the other person.
Oh,
That's
No,
very
it's
fun.
or
Or
did
you,
you
like,
do
slowly
it?
make-
Sometimes
yeah.
you get smacked in the face with it.
Yeah.
go up, go sideways, go upside down,
Like Spider-Man.
Try to
Yeah.
stay in the center as long as possible.
They started making them with the things that started sliding.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
do. With enough inertia,
Yeah.
you go,
Yeah.
"Chunk,
Yeah, it's
chunk,
pretty
chunk."
cool.
Yep.
That's a good one too. What about this? I never went on the zipper. I always wanted to.
No, but I remember there was a bad accident on a zipper. Like
The cart fell
not
off.
that.
Yes.
Yeah,
That
not
was
that
local.
long
That
ago.
was like
The
St.
door-
Greg's or something.
The door
Something,
opened
yeah.
or something.
Yep.
You
or-
guys have like a summer carnival every year.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
St.
Yeah.
Greg's
Freedom
right around
Fest.
the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Freedom Fest.
Yeah.
There's
Freedom Fest
also-
used to be right in our neighborhood, like literally like in
4-H fair.
our neighborhood.
I could
It used to
ride
be
my
on-
bike there, dude. It was
used to be on
sick.
our high school
Yeah.
grounds,
Yeah.
which was
Ride-
right across the lake.
Ride my bike there. Like, you guys all drove here. I rode my bike, idiots.
What I love about summer too is finding a perfect spot away from people to watch the fireworks of the event.
Yeah.
at. Like
we did that in your yard.
yeah, like where you drive far away. Oh, we could watch so and so's fireworks, but we don't have to deal with the traffic, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
every single year, I think for 4th of July, Veterans Park right
Yep.
outside my neighborhood
We
has
found a spot.
nice firework display. But I mean, man,
No
is it
no
packed.
crowds. Oh,
Huge
those
crowd.
are crowds. Oh.
Huge crowd. Big stage, concert, the whole nine.
Do you know where the best spot in the house is for a fireworks show?
Where?
Right underneath them.
Sure.
Like,
sure.
No, I mean like shooting the fireworks is the best.
Yeah.
Best seat in the
yeah,
house.
that's fun.
We can see him
fun
from
to
his
do.
front yard.
Yeah.
We watched him last
from
year.
The
'Cause I-
Veterans Park fireworks, we could watch them in my front yard. We watched it last year. It was awesome.
So
Yeah, it's
Set up the grill in the front yard, hang out, watch the fireworks. That's what we're gonna
7,
do.
8, 9 years ago, I was working with a company shooting fireworks, and I remember we shot
That's
the.
fun. You work for a fireworks company?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
did?
I did.
So this is cool. I didn't know this
Yeah.
about you.
So-
is there a real big like organized plan to what you're
No.
gonna shoot?
No, we used to make it up on the day.
Really?
Yeah,
Whoa.
we used to design it. So actually,
Is that the normal thing or do
no?
other-
I mean, so I'm sure there are people that plan
plan
things
it
out,
out?
but like we kind of see what shells they sent, and then kind of get an idea of what.
so like it's just
yeah.
based on what your supplier gives you
Yeah.
at the time or something?
So you had like because it was budgetary. So like you have like whatever the vicinage or whoever paid for the fireworks show, they had a specific budget.
Whatever
So
the
it's
client could
5,
afford, what
10,
kind of
15,
show,
20,
what kind
30,
of show.
$40,000. Yeah.
I gotcha.
So like so there was one year, it was the first time the company got the Veterans Park show.
Oh.
So I designed the finale, actually.
Did you really here for this one here?
Yeah.
It's always a
And
great show though. but
So what we
huge.
did was, because we had this big finale and we're like, we don't know what to do with this other stuff. And I was like, all right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to staircase in an ascending order from 3s all the way up to 8-inch shells.
Damn.
Go all the way up. And then we're going to have so it's going to go, so you're going to have the main finale go down the thing, and then the wings are going to up in the center.
That's cool.
And then also to open the show, I said we should do crisscross. So
That's cool.
So I think we incorporated crisscrosses in the finale as well. So there was still a finale rack full of shells. So yeah, and
How do they get lit up? Do you have like something far away? Do you run up
Lighter.
with a match and that's it, like a lighter?
light them with a road flare.
And then you just keep walking back and walking forward, or you just stand right there. Just
You stand
It's
right
in
there.
sequence, right?
Yeah, and basically there's one guy that just orchestrates like, okay, 6, 3.
Oh, really? It's literally
5,
a
3.
conductor.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's really what it is. And how many people are involved in a thing like
Depends-
that?
depends on the size of the show.
Say a medium-sized show. How many people would be involved? Something like
10
that.
maybe?
Not even.
Like how many
Sometimes
people would be
we've-
involved in the lighting? Like how many people with flares? 3?
Sometimes there'd be 4. Again, it's all dependent on the.
Well, yeah. So like 4-ish people with a flare.
Yeah.
You got one conductor.
Yeah,
And then
I mean, he was the guy who's kind of like saying, okay, we want this, and that.
It's just so that
because you had ring sections, so that's like when the ring section is when it's like 5 charges on one fuse.
Okay.
So it's just like, right?
Yeah,
So there
yeah.
was like, sometimes the guy who's running the 3s, the 3-inch shells, like you hit the 3, and then it's like, oh, you got to go over and hit a ring, or it's like, we got like 6-inchers going up, then you hit a 3 ring because it's like, a 3-inch shell only goes up 100 feet or whatever, and then you have the 6-inch shell. They like paired nicely together because they went up way higher.
Yes.
Because that's
Yeah,
what makes a
'cause
more
they
dynamic show.
Yeah.
Is the fact that you have
The
different
levels.
levels. Yeah.
Right.
And then also the different types of the different shells have different designs. And
Yeah,
stuff and colors.
exactly. Different patterns come out of
Yeah.
them, things like that. So,
Yeah.
have you ever had any or heard of any crazy horror stories from any of these people?
I've
what?
I've experienced them.
Oh yeah, like what?
Yeah. So there was one time we were doing actually it
Yeah,
was,
missing finger.
no, it was no JPP stuff. Jason Pierre Paul.
reverse, Terry.
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord, Terry! Get out of there, Terry!
Terry, what you doing, Terry?
Oh, damn, Terry!
The bushes.
At that Veterans Park show.
Oh, Lord, in the water.
At that Veterans Park show, one of the shells the lift charge didn't take it out, and it blew the rack apart. And the kid only got hit with shrapnel, like basically like parts because a lot of the tubes were in like wood frames. So when that blows out, like he got hit.
Tyler, can you do
hard.
that? Oh,
I had
no, the bush is on fire.
countless times I had shells like popping right above my head. Like the lift charge only goes up like 6 feet and pops like blows up right above you.
That's scary.
So I had this Blink 182 hoodie. It was a thin hoodie that I used to shoot in, right? And I still have it. And I could put it up to the light, and it looks like Swiss cheese because of all the ash and everything coming down on you.
Is this Terry?
But
no, this is the Bush
This is my favorite.
bootleg fireworks. You remember this one?
Oh, it's like the whole block gets on caught
Yeah,
on
this is
fire.
my
right?
favorite fireworks video.
Oh, shit. Oh, Jesus.
They're literally exploding all over the ground.
yeah,
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus. Jesus. Oh, Lord Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, shit. Whoa, whoa. That was awesome.
That was
Awesome
awesome.
right there. God damn. Wow.
Wait,
Shit.
I love this.
Oh, shit. Oh, Lord Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
The bush is on fire.
Wow.
Get the water, nigga. Motherfucking bootleg fireworks shit. Oh, shit.
It's my favorite firework related.
we got 12 Jesus.
I also
12 and a half. Jesus is.
Yeah.
I also like the firework fuck ups when it's like the professional.
Oh, it blows up on the beach. That was a bad one.
Well, either that or like they
Fireworks fail.
Go at once.
they accidentally set off a whole
all
at
of
once.
them at once. Yeah,
Just
did you
type
see that?
fireworks fail.
Actually,
Beach
no.
fireworks.
Disney's
You know what?
done
No,
that
no,
a
no.
couple
Put
times.
go to I think it's China, world's largest firework.
Oh yeah.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
What is it? I think it's like 6. The shell is like 6
Jesus,
feet
fucking
around.
90s wrestler Phil.
Covers a mile.
More central.
Yeah.
Wow, look how slow it is going up. It must
Yeah.
weigh a ton.
Yeah, like it's
like a
think about
rocket,
it.
yeah.
It's almost like
The size of a car.
It's a very big bomb.
It's like the last scene, the
Wow,
Iron,
look at, and then
Iron
it
Giant.
stops
Yeah.
in the air. Whoa! Blinding.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
That's a 500 kilogram bomb. So-
yeah.
Wow, dude, a mile wide.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. Have you seen those ones? The beach fireworks fail.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, that's the
That
one.
was, this
San
is one where they
Diego.
all go off at once by accident.
Yep.
Look at that shit.
That's insane.
Everybody's leaving.
Yeah, I would be too. Get up the wall. Some people aren't though.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, what?
It's one of the
You're
most
fine.
impressive things to ever see.
Yeah.
Look at that. I
The
mean,
entire finale, everything went all at
it's
once.
the entire inventory.
See, that's what-
all at
Phoenix
once.
Force.
That's what, unfortunately, that's what happens when you do it electronically. Like you screw up and you do it you hit one
All the-
button and you
all the
could
charges
Oh, it was
go.
done
You can-
electronically.
most likely.
Do you do a lot of inspections on those things before you would launch them, or what would be some of
Well,
the
when
safety
you-
stuff you would do
when
in
you-
a professional?
When you load them, because you have to hand drop them all in,
Right.
and it's all it is a little paper cardboard cone that sits on the bottom where it's black powder under there, which is the lift charge. A lot of the times, because it's mostly Chinese shit, you have this paper cone that's off and the charge is hanging out. So you actually have to tape the cone back on with the lift charge underneath.
Oh,
and sometimes
it's not enough.
And they say so this is the thing, right? Like this is how you lose your hand. If a shell comes out of the tube and you try to pick it up, when you close your hand, that's when and it'll blow everything off. If you have it flat in your hand, it's
not
gonna
yeah.
and you'll get burned.
Dissipation.
It'll suck, but you won't blow your
You won't
fingers
have that.
off.
You won't.
Right.
You won't
But also,
suffer
if
from
you
that
see-
outward explosion.
If you see a shell on the ground,
Don't
fucking
touch it.
just
Yeah.
just turn
I
around.
learned a lot about
Yeah.
fireworks in
Yeah.
this
No,
short
actually,
amount of
don't
time.
really turn around because sometimes you won't see shit.
turn
flying.
around, don't drown.
It's
That's
listen,
what it is.
Naughty
They
apple.
they always wanted you to wear hard hats and goggles, but the hard hat when you're running around trying to light everything, the hard hats come off. Also, the goggles they haze up so much you can't see what you're doing. Next thing you
dangerous.
know, you're leaning too far over a tube and catching one in the mouth.
It's like gloves and machining. You don't wear gloves when you're machining.
So there is like safety equipment you wear when you're doing that normally. You're supposed to wear,
Yeah, sure.
according to
Yeah,
the
sure.
regulation companies. You are wearing.
According to OSHA or
Yeah.
whoever the fuck.
OSHA. Yeah, right. So
Lot
It
of
sounds like
violations.
the camp that Kyle never worked at.
yeah.
Same ethical values.
Full Slice Podcast. Summer is here. Loving it. We got more episodes.
Hot girl summer.
oh yeah.
We're gonna do a campfire episode. I want to do one
We gotta
soon.
do
Yeah.
it.
We could do it here. We could do it anywhere. I want to do a campfire episode.
It's
if
gonna
not
be called
camping,
the
at least
We should do it.
style.
Slice of life.
We got to find, you know what we should find? Here's what we'll do. Let's keep an eye out for some astrological events.
Oh, great idea.
And then we'll go camp out
I
at
like that
the
idea.
casa.
Yeah.
And then we'll see if we can, like a little bit of meteor shower or whatever.
I can't believe we never talked about the earthquake. Did anyone feel it?
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
earthquake.
dude, that was
Speaking of
crazy.
events, yeah.
But maybe we'll talk about it another time.
No,
But
we can.
Yeah.
I
It's so old.
Yeah.
At this point.
were you
it
at
is-
work
it is
when you
old.
felt it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was.
Yeah,
I,
I was-
saw the cranes moving.
I was
interesting.
in Newtown.
Yeah.
I was here. I was working from home that day.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
And everything was rattling, and at the same time, I heard a helicopter overhead. So I thought like a helicopter's falling
Sure.
out of the sky.
We thought that when I was at work because you heard the noise and we're like, holy shit, that helicopter's
airplane.
flying really low.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or like an airplane or something.
Yup.
Because it was weird how you heard it and then everything shook.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then when the aftershock hit, same thing. I heard it coming,
It's
and then
weird, man.
then everything went.
Yeah.
I've never
was
felt
not a
anything
good
like that.
time.
I ran outside. All my neighbors were outside too. Like, was that an earthquake? Like nobody knew. Like, was that really
oh
what
my
that
God,
was?
What was that? I felt it till I came out. It's
All,
like that
all
old
the
Dave.
internet.
Yeah,
All
everyone.
the
Oh my
internet.
God. I purposefully
Did you
did not
feel
go on Facebook because
Yeah.
I knew what was going to happen.
Now I know what it's like to be a Californian and experience snow.
California.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
No,
That's what that was.
Do you remember probably what 2017 somewhere around there? There was the earthquake that was in Maryland, and we felt it up here because I was working in Jamesburg, and I was on the phone, and I remember it was a
years
really
ago.
annoying customer, and I'm like, oh Jesus, and all of a sudden I open my eyes, and the ceiling was moving. I was like, what the fuck? and then all the internet and everything went down, and like no cell phone service or nothing. Because I remember I tried to call like my mom and when I'm like, "Hey, is everybody okay? What's going on here?" Like,
wow.
And come to find out, it was like that was part of an earthquake in Maryland.
It's crazy.
What year was that?
2017, I think.
I don't remember
earlier.
that.
I was working on a golf course and I was on a golf cart and I didn't feel it.
Yeah, I was in a
bumpy.
car. Remember there was one in like 2012 too, or somewhere around there.
That might have been it. 2012.
2012, there was a bad one. It knocked all my DVDs over.
Oh, they were new then.
Well, that's like what you saw for days afterwards was like.
We will
rebuild.
Yeah.
I put my Yeti over and did that. I was like, we will survive.
We will survive.
Yeah.
We will
I'm like,
rebuild.
all right. The
I
first
did have
one
a
was
stack
funny.
of cassettes fall over from the most recent earthquake. I was pretty upset.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I didn't notice anything
From like
other than
2
shaking.
feet. It was horrible.
You and all of 1994 are upset.
Full-size
Pizza's here.
podcast.
A lot of good Pearl Jam cassettes were lost that day.
Don't call me.
We got to break down one day the lyrics for Yellow Ledbetter and see how.
Can we not?
I'm not a Pearl Jam fan at
I
all.
hate Pearl Jam.
I like Pearl
90s
Jam.
grunge
I
was
like them.
terrible.
I like some of their songs. Okay, I like one song. No, I'm just kidding. I like Pearl Jam. All right, that's a good way to end it.
All right. All right. That's a good way to end
Full Size Podcast.
DJ's dead.
Love you. Love someone today.
Love someone today.